What's up, ladies and gents? Nelson Salazar, as you could probably tell, because I'm posting this video. I wanted to take a few minutes to talk about possibly the hidden gem of all bats. Now, before I go on, I'm going to tell y'all straight up, I have no affiliation with Adidas. I'm not a bat rep. And when I do like a review on products, it's just based on my opinion and what I think about it. That being said, if a bat I get is a turd, I have no problem admitting that. If the bat is decent, I have no problem admitting that. If the bat is stupid hot, I don't have a problem admitting that. Just because I own a bat, I'm not going to sit there and say it's the best bat out there. Be honest with it, and I'm going to tell you all the truth. So, with that being said, let me tell you how I came across this Adidas Ruckus, and obviously the Melee, which is a senior bat. This one here is the regular U-Trip. First and foremost, for most of y'all who know me, y'all know I swing light and I swing balance. I prefer a longer barrel. When I first started swinging composite bats, I was swinging the Freak Plus, which was a slight inload, one piece, and then somebody turned to me to start swinging the original Z1000s, which were a two-piece bat. They had a balance, and they had a balanced model, and so I picked one of those things up and immediately noticed a difference in how I was hitting the ball. They claimed those bats had a 12-inch barrel, but I really think they were a little longer than 12. But anyways, and then I started swinging the Louisvilles throughout a while, the Z's, Z series, and then by the time I got to the Z4, it wasn't up to par with all the other bats that were coming out. So I went back to Miken. Miken was really one of the only few bat manufacturers that had a balanced bat. So I started swinging a Miken PT 26 ounce. Well, with time, I became old, and I started playing both regular men's and 40 and up. Well, 40 and up, you're allowed to swing senior bats. So there is a difference in the senior bats. Everyone was saying, dude, get yourself a senior bat, you're allowed to swing them. So I went to invest in a Miken PT, which was the exact same model, everything that I had from my regular Miken bat that I was swinging at the time. And they both perform great. Love those bats. Have no problem with those bats. And then this year, when I got more familiar with senior bats, Dudley and Adidas, I think, seem to really have the top bats in that market for seniors. Even Reebok has a decent senior bat, if I'm not mistaken, or at least they had one a few years ago. So it's really kind of coming from the regular, and I can assure a majority of y'all know, like, you'd be like, Adidas, really? And a lot of people were talking about the Dudleys and the Adidas. Now, Dudleys were a one-piece bat, so that's why, I mean, as much as I want to get a Dudley, they didn't have, at the time, a two-piece bat. And they didn't have a balance, I believe, or if they did, I didn't know about it or something. But anyways, so that's why I went with the Miken, because it was a two-piece balanced bat. So Adidas and Dudley, but Dudley was having issues, came out with a two-piece balanced bat. That's the Melee 2. And when I got this bat and I started swinging this bat, I just fell in love with the way it swung and obviously the way the bat performed for me. In fact, I've been hitting the ball pretty far with this one, which has been a long time since I've done that consistently. But again, it's a senior bat, so, you know. But I fell in love with the feel of this bat. So then, as the year carried on, I would swing this one for 40 and up, and then my regular Mike and PT for either league or regular men's tournaments. So this bat started coming around. It hadn't came out. It didn't come out, but people were already talking about it on like senior pages and stuff, and saying how it's going to be identical to the Melee 2, and they're going to have a U-Trip stamp and so forth. So it caught my attention right away, and then I kind of sat there and waited for it to be released, and it did, and there wasn't a whole lot on it, and finally it comes out, still not a whole lot on it, and one guy who does a lot of senior bat reviews mentioned that the bat just started opening up and how it was pretty hot, but that it was probably going to be it's a hidden gem that people aren't going to really buy it because it's an Adidas in a market where Mike and Worth, Easton, DeMarini, Monsta, Pure Sports dominate the regular men's market. So I mean, generally it's going to be, you know, it's going to be a gamble to purchase this bat, or for Adidas to make it and have it come out. So, saw a couple of videos where they hit it and stuff. I mean, it really doesn't tell me a whole lot until I get the bat in my hands and try it for myself. So, got a little hookup from a good friend, and my wife bought this bat for me for my birthday. And so, finally, when she allowed me to swing it, I took it in, hit it off a tee with the wrapper on, about 10 cuts while I had a few minutes, and I thought I had bought me a turd. I was like, crap. But later on that day when I got off work, there were a couple people swinging in the cages. I decided to try it then. They let me hit about 10 to 20 in there, and then let another person hit it, and you could just hear and see the difference in the bat. It was starting to open up. Finally, the wrapper gave out, and I just ripped it off and took some cuts on it. So, went to Baytown to play in a round-robin tournament. Took it out there. I really was loving the feel of the swing because it was like this, but I started noticing just the difference in sound and the ball coming off. And that night, probably maybe 50 cuts, you could hear the difference in the ball just coming off, and it was just going to get better and better and better, and I absolutely fell in love with it. Now, I'm not the guy who's going to hit bombs 320 plus whatever, but put it in the hands of a guy who can. I think this thing is going to, it's fully open and everything. It's going to be up there with one of the best bats this year. I guarantee it. If you are a balance guy and like a longer barrel, these are 13-inch barrels, and like flex on the bat and doesn't care how ugly the bat is. Some people are like that. This bat, I believe, could be one of the top bats, hottest bats in the market for 2019. No lie. I'm not saying that because I own it. I'm saying it because I can see that. But a lot of people aren't going to buy it because it's made by Adidas. So who knows? They don't get their sales on this bat, maybe the pricing will drop and you could probably pick it up for $175, $185. And I think that's a steal. If you get from a bat rep now, you know, it's going to be between the 220, 240 mark, which is normal. Now, the downfall about it, because, well, bats have downfalls. This bat does not come with a 1-year manufacturer warranty like normal bats. Senior bats usually tend to be a little bit cheaper, even though they're starting to climb up in price like normal bats, but they don't come with a warranty. where normal regular bats do. This one doesn't. Also, it tells you, it warns you on the bat, don't hit below 65 degrees weather, which, again, that's the last time I saw something like that was the OG reissue Z1000. Not the one that came out a couple years ago, but the stupid hot one that was black and silver. And also tells you don't hit any balls that are harder than 44.375. So that's kind of scary. Yeah, you put in if you got this bat, I can't tell you whether it's going to be like a pure and last only 2,500 swings, or if it's going to last 7,000 swings. And of course in U-Trip, the crazy thing is U-Trip balls are harder than ASA balls. So. Even though a 44.375 is a real decent ball, hitting 400s or something like that, this bat, the ball is going to fly, or stadiums or something like that. The ball is going to fly, but you're just wearing out your bat a little faster. But anyways, I just wanted to kind of tell people about it, man. A lot of people aren't going to buy it because it's an Adidas bat. And, everyone's accustomed to Mike and Worth, Easton, all those other bat manufacturers. Seniors know. Adidas makes a great, one of the best, if not the best this year, I think, senior bat. And now they came out and took a gamble and put a U-Trip one out there. So, if you have any questions or anything about it, hit me up. I have nothing to hide. I'll tell you the straight up truth. So yeah, just wanted to do a little video, let y'all know. and the people that were in Schillenberg this past weekend saying, "Dude, that's a senior bat." I know some of y'all were messing with me, and I was like, "No, it's not. It's not the melee. It's the regular U-Chip. It's right then and there." People thought. After I was swinging it and a couple other guys that were playing on my team swinging it, they thought because of the sound and the way, they thought it was a senior bat. That's how crazy this thing sounds. And the ball coming off of it. So, anyways, I've already taken up enough of y'all's time. I just wanted to let y'all know. Again, if you have any questions about it or whatever, or where to get one, hit me up and I'll definitely let y'all know. So, hope you enjoy this video. Hope if caught a little interest. If not, oh well. So, till the next time. Peace.